Alright, so something is I noticed, because the subject keeps coming up in the forum or the Facebook group about the Spartan's porthole. So I made a couple of videos, actually 3 now, with an update about me using a Velcro. The Velcro now, it's coming off the here. You see the space that's it's supposed to be glued in there. It's off now, so I'm on the leg where I'm going to try and use some fishing line or something to stitch it so it'll stay close. It really doesn't bother me. I actually need that because I run a selfie stick through here, and even though weather here is getting cold and it might snow and it might rain or drizzle, it doesn't bother me because the stuff that I carry every day is not electronics. I do have a battery bank and a car battery jumper because it's essential in the Midwest to have a car battery jumper. So just something I noticed while looking at this porthole, and I don't figure where I've seen it before. That's about an inch. I'm thinking if they did 2 inches, guys won't have a problem with it. But I also noticed this in the other packs, like the Mystery Ranch Rush. It has it, but the angle's different. I don't know if you guys can see that. The angle's different. It's a sharper cut, and there's more than an inch of material there. Even if I fold it, that's an inch. It's still deep in there, even if I fold it back. And it's pointing down versus the opening is pointing downwards. So if the rain comes down, the thing passes through. If it goes this way, it's hardly open. If I fill this pack up, see, it opens up, but it's pointing down. The Velcro keeps coming up off my thing because this thing keeps getting full like this. And every time I move it, it opens up. You can see. Then I remember I've seen it also somewhere else. I've seen it on this is on Dragon Slayer. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. It's a Dragon Slayer. So the port in the back opens up. And I remember seeing this. It does open up. See? It's open. But when this thing is filled, it's still pointing down. It's like an umbrella. So rain comes down. Okay, fine. It might go in a little bit. But that's about it. That's where I've seen it. That's where I've seen this and that. With the rest of the family, as far as hydration port, military line. Okay, this is the ASAP. So it has the zipper on the top. So that's maybe how you run. Mostly it's antenna. So there's no hydration port on the side. You bring usually comes up here into your shoulder harness. So I don't see an hydration port. So it comes up on the top. Comes up on the top of the ASAP. On the Mystery Ranch front even has a zipper for the hydration port with an AquaGuard zipper. And again, it points down, so it does not, it's like an umbrella. Now, come down to the 3-day assault. Took the bolster off. Again, not on the side, but up here, that's where the hydration comes up. There is a hydration port from the inside. That I didn't know for a very long time. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's this thing here, right? That comes down, all the way down here to the side where you slip the live wing. This apparently some of the guys would run the bladder down here or a canteen here, and they feed it through here, through the inside, or typically put the 1 liter here and feed it down here and down to the side. I rarely see it that way because most of the time I see it up here, the tubing. So that's most of how the guys run it. So let's see, what we got. We got the Dragon. You have the hydration back here. See it? Run it from back here. Now, some guys have run it here. I've seen somebody post that before through the laptop sleeve. Okay? So, that's the difference in some of the ways of doing the hydration port. Now, this is a Metcalf, so it's a mountain pack. Metcalf, they run the hydration port back here or off to the side. But most of the time, some of the stuff I've seen is they run back here. That's on the bigger packs. Same thing with this is let's see. Okay, this is the Glacier. I think it's a 65. Yeah, I don't think it's a 62. 65. Hydration port comes up here from the back. I've seen some of my guys run it from the lid. I did the lid last summer through here. Feed the tube back from here. I had a 3-liter Camelback, so I put the up here instead of inside, so it's easier access. Now to the old saddle. Nothing on the side that I remember. So I don't remember anything here on the side, but it does have a zipper to get access to the main body from here. So I've seen some guy run it this way. It's in a different military form, so it's different. But most of the time, I've seen guys put a hole on the lid that they have. They would put a hole underneath the lid, right? So they put the bladder in the top. Put the lid, the bladder inside, and they put a hole in here that they cinch so it doesn't fray, and they run it up here. I guess it works for them. Great. Instead of running through here, because most of the time it's either antenna. That's what's going back there with the zipper back here. So yeah, it depends on what forum you go to. So on the this is a Coolie 25. There's a hydration port on the side here that is more than an inch. It's definitely more than an inch. That's like up to here. The material goes far in, so there's no opening up. And again, it's pointing down like an umbrella. Goes down. I'm sorry, the Coolie. This is the black one's a Coolie 40. This is a Coolie 25. Coolie 25. The hydration port looks like the Spartan, but again with the material, it's that much material going in, and the material this one is because it doesn't go up and down, it just goes up. You know, it collapses, it's close, so it's not an issue as far as water going in. I had this in rain, snow, Costa Rica, rainforest, everything gets dry. Another tip from the guys who go out hunt, they put just a tar. So they use a trash bag inside. They put the trash bag inside the pack, put their items, and that's an extra layer of, getting wet. Sawtooth 45. Same thing, hydration port in the back. The back here, back of the pack, it goes through here. But again, most people nowadays take the Nalgene route as far as hydration, because some people experience when you're out in the cold, the tube freezes. So on the next collaboration, when they do the collaboration for the 3-day assault, I'm hoping because sometimes I do use a tripod for the camera. The pass-through is great for the tripod. I run it through here, and then cinch on top here, or use some kind of way to strap the tripod from slipping down, or even the this compression here. You hook the tripod here, it goes down. You still have access to your hydration, or if you carry snacks and your Nalgene bottle there. So I hoping in the next collaboration for the 3-day assault, if they're gonna use the hydration port an issue, I'd rather see it up here. I'd rather see it up here instead of them coming out of the way like the Spartan where it's down here. It might be even excessive personally. I think some people won't do hydration that way anyway, because it seems to be collaboration route, always a laptop. It's always a laptop, but I prefer my 3-day salt, like sweet pea, a big hydration bag in here, towels, webbing inside, or like what's his name? You can do the modification, like Logan is going to do some modification here, put pouches that you can buy from them, help in small business. I'd like them to keep these mesh pockets. This is great for like wet jackets, hydrations, jeans, long lenses. I don't have long lenses anymore, but it's great. And one last thing, no, not really the last thing, but I know it's cool with a zipper, with the stick it. It's cool with the Dragon and the Spartan to tuck in the VBR tail. I know it's hip, but I'd rather work with these pals, have it this way. I know it's extra materials, but you guys gonna charge 600 plus anyway, so you guys gonna charge 600 for the next collaboration. $600, you guys can put the buttons. Okay, there are the snaps, so you guys can do that. Like to see this again, because it's great when you're putting sleeping pads here, sitting pads. It's great, it's awesome. Keep it the way it is. I'm not too sure if you guys want to do the XV material. Have at it, I guess. But keep the feature of the 3-depth same way. Get the black zipper. Have the thickness, the thickness of the pad the same as the old 3-depth and not the new hip. Like this on my Dragon, I'm actually using the harness for the ASAP, so it's really thick. I mean, if you like loading up heavy, 25 pounds, the military line thickness is where it's at. I'm not a strong person or Captain America or whatever. It's the thickness really helps. But so back to the port. That's less than an inch material. For close to $400 bag, definitely you guys can add more materials. Angle it more better inside, or probably just do it down here. Just do it down here, not in the moving parts. Like the Komodo, the ASAP, the front. Just angle it where it's like an umbrella, where it's not gonna come down. The rain is not gonna go in. Some of these guys are carrying really expensive laptops. I get it, but yeah, it'd be great if you guys do the port. Extra material. That would have been a non-starter, I guess. Again, me not concerned, because I either use dry bags. When we go on little adventures, I use a dry bag. I use a dry bag and stuff it inside the pack, so it's an extra layer. So not an issue. If you guys do the collaboration for the front, because that's another possibility you guys might do, because you already guys did the ASAP, front might be next, sure, but not everybody talks about it, mainly because it's not made in the US, so it wasn't a big issue for some people not buying made in the USA packs, but mainly the only thing that I see difference within the ASAP in the front is this stretchy bottle pockets, which makes a big difference if you're a thirsty boy, likes to drink a lot of water. It's great to have that bottle pockets on hikes, or putting your poncho liner in there. Again, the bottom part for the these, you know, for the beaver tail, keep it there. You could really use it. And I know this is a pull tab, but it makes do. Same thing with the 3-day assault. For the beaver tail, you guys gonna charge $500-600 for a bag. Put the beaver tail, let's take it with the snaps. You guys can afford that. You guys charge adequately, I guess, to satisfy the accountants and the diehards. So anyway, somebody was talking about it, the port. Anyway, so yeah, it's opening. I'm starting to agree with some folks that it's a QC, definitely a QC issue. Was not expecting that. Not a deal breaker for me, because that's why I'm not returning it. Because again, it's not a deal breaker for me. I don't have electronics in there. I never did. Never cared for the laptop thing, but it's great for other stuff. Definitely for the dragon. I was able to put my wet clothes behind there for I would slide the wet clothes in when we went to Yellowstone. I was able to stuff the wet clothes in here. Just put it in there. It keeps the other stuff dry. Or I had my tripod or selfie stick, electronics in there, easy to access. So that was great. I guess if you guys use the XV Cordura or whatever it's called, I keep forgetting the name of it, on the 3-day assault, I guess it might be good. It's loud in the beginning. You just have to get used to it, versus it gets loud. I get it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm starting to agree with certain folks about the hydration port, but just a follow-up review or opinion about it. Again, if somebody wants to buy the Rush, it's $200. I'll clean it up again. All right, peace.